Hi, this is Alexandra, and I'm here with Richard, my business partner. Together, we are being alive now. And today, we wanted to talk together about the question, what do you think is possible for you to achieve in life? So, yeah,
Yeah, and I
I,
have to add, hello everyone, that we also play together in Lucky Mantra Music, which is a band that's not only focused on mantras, but also on other kinds of music like folk music and reggae and other things. So, yeah, we're also giving retreats together. So, we are doing a lot of stuff together. And today we talk about the topic. Maybe you can repeat it again, please, Alexandra.
what do you think is possible for you to achieve in life?
Okay. So, in my experience, it's like this for people to really get to know what they're able to achieve in their life is to be honest with themselves in the beginning. So, the question is also, what do you want in your life? This is this is something that's maybe not so popular these days to set as a goal, but to be honest and look into this is a very important factor, I think. How do you see that, Alexander?
I was just thinking, because when I asked myself the question on this winter day, I would say, like, what do I want to achieve? I want to achieve that I can lie in bed as long as possible and, all these kind of things that make life comfortable. But I think that comes back, then that loops back, if I think further about it, into the question, how can I make that possible that I can sustain myself so I can have a lie in, that I can have things that I want in my life, like a nice holiday or stuff like that. So, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, it's one part, but I see it like this that this is more or less how you want to live your life, and there will be times where you want to be on holiday, and there will be times where you want to work. But it's for me, it's more about how is a day-to-day living experience for me the way that I enjoy it and that I like it. And this also might be something like do I do the things that I like as a job? And this
Hmm.
might not imply that they're always easy.
Hmm.
So coming back to the initial question, let's say you want to visit the Taj Mahal, yeah? This
Yeah.
could be a
Okay.
dream you have. And the question is, do you think this is even possible for you to achieve?
Okay.
Because if
Hmm.
you say, okay, this is not possible, then the journey is basically over. But if you say, okay, how is it possible? You start to think about ways that you might be able to achieve this. And this might be the same thing in every area of your life, maybe also for your holidays or other things.
Basically, what we're talking about, I had this once with somebody else. Like, if you think you can achieve everything, that's not really true. And that's kind of how it narrows down into your person. Like, I wouldn't be able to be achieving to be an astronaut. Or maybe I would, but not with my age, not with my expertise, not with my studies. So to think, what can I achieve in life? Can I be in a rocket? That's totally oblivious of me to say so. So in that way, it kind of narrows down into the possibilities I already created in my life. Is that also a key factor in this question for you?
I see it like that if it's important enough for you to be an astronaut, you find a way to be an astronaut.
Okay, so there we go. So I feel like from my perspective, I felt like the question was too wide open. So I narrow it down to, my can and cannot do's because I was told I can and cannot do, or, I kind of created situations like that. So what you're talking about is opening up into possibilities and the desire, so to speak, how much I want that possibility, that kind of inner drive, the motivation to get going. Is that right?
Yeah, it's if something haunts you over
Hmm.
a certain period of time that you say, okay, I need to achieve this, why ever, then I would also check why are you so keen on achieving this? Why do you need to achieve this? But if it's something that stays with you for years and years, I think unlived dreams is a very bad thing in general.
Absolutely, unearthing the dreams that we had and that we think we're not capable of living because I don't know, you can fill in the dots. I think a lot of people have a lot of thoughts behind that thought, I cannot because. So why is that question in itself important to you? Because we're proposing this small podcast as just an open question. What do you think is possible for you to achieve? Why is that so, in a goal-oriented society, why is it why is it important?
Yeah, I think it's important because a lot of people don't even think like this. If you cannot test your boundaries on some levels, yeah, also what you can achieve or what you think, also in your thinking, there are boundaries, definitely. And if you open up to this, let's take the example again of visiting the Taj Mahal.
Mm,
Um, if you say it's not possible, the journey is basically over for you. You will not go for it. You will not find ways. But if you say, okay, this is so important, I want to visit it, and then you make a plan, and then maybe five options that you chose to use as your game plan basically don't work, but maybe the sixth works. And also for this chapter, just to finish it off, I want to say you can also write this down and say, if you have a goal, how is it possible for me to achieve this? And this can be your open meditation. You can sit down and open up through the silence that this comes up to you. How is it possible to achieve this for me in my life?
mm. Or I was thinking, like, how can you remove the sense of limitation? So go beyond what's limiting you in your thoughts and kind of visualize things. I mean, I'm a person that likes to kind of work with imagery. So I often kind of, it helps me to use image. What do you think about that in within the silence? Is that something you recommend yourself?
For me, it's more like this, what arises in the silence. If I'm open for new possibilities to arise inside myself, because I think meditation on one level is this, to be quiet and see what arises and listen basically to the answer that's probably already there, but you have to find it inside of yourself.
Well, yeah. So we close this short conversation off with, you having a little bit of homework. If you enjoyed that question, maybe you're already in the energy and you use the next few minutes to just sit with that. Thank you, Richard, for coming here today.
Thank you, Alexandra. Okay,
Yes, and see you around.
around, all the best.